up, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title of today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys all the books that I want to read in the month of April. I have not done a TBR video in so long, and I figured I would do one today because I have about 8 books on my list that I want to read for this month. Obviously that is up for change, and it most likely will change because I'm a big mood reader, but I like to give myself like a general TBR list, you know? But first I want to introduce you guys to today's sponsor of the video. Of course it is Book of the Month. What else would it be? Book of the Month was so kind enough to send me their picks for the month of April, and I'm so excited for these. The picks that they have for April is Bittersweet: How Sorrow and Living Make Us Whole by Susan Cain. The cover is so pretty. I really like the colors on this one. The next book that they sent me is True Biz by Sarah Novick. I believe that's how you say that. This is a book that represents the deaf community, which I think is super cool because the deaf community does not have a ton of recognition or, you know, representation in general in media. So I am very excited to read this one. The next book that they sent me is The Good Left Undone. The next one they sent is Like a Sister. I believe this is a murder mystery books. So I am so excited for this one, and it's pretty short, so I feel like you could get through this pretty fast. And the last book they sent me is this book called Kaiki. I believe I said that right, correct me if I'm wrong. But this one is also really cool. So if you guys are interested in signing up for Book of the Month, you actually will get your first book for just $9.99 when you use the code GETFUN. I've worked with Book of the Month so many times in the past, and I seriously recommend that you guys get Book of the Month. It's an amazing way to expand your knowledge of genres and authors, finding new genres that you like. It's seriously a great way. Not to mention they're brand new hardcover books for much less than what you would pay for in-store. One of my favorite things about Book of the Month that I've talked about so many times, because so many subscription services do not have this, and I think it is key and it is very important. Book of the Month actually allows you to skip any month that you want. Say there's a book selection that you don't really like that month and you don't really want to, you know, get a book that month, you are able to skip any month and you will not be charged. So like I said, if you guys are interested in signing up for Book of the Month and getting your first book for only $9.99, either of the picks that I showed you guys today, you can use the link in my description box below or use the code on the screen called GETFUN and get your first book for $9.99. Anyways, let's get on into today's video. Alright, let's talk about books, baby. So for this month, I kind of have 2 main themes that I'm going for. Murder mystery and romance. I've been on a huge romance and murder mystery kick lately, and I think I'm going to continue that because that's just kind of what mood I'm in. So let's start with the murder mystery books that I want to read. The first book that I want to read is called The Perfect Marriage. I know I planned on reading this in a previous video, but I never ended up reading it for that month. Our main character, Sarah, she's pretty much a defense attorney, and she is married to her partner Adam. However, Adam is having a current affair. So while Adam and his mistress are at their lake house, the mistress turns up dead. And who is there to defend him? His wife. This is going to be really interesting. It looks like it's going to be a pretty fast read too. I first saw this on TikTok, so I'm really hoping that TikTok doesn't disappoint me with this one. The next book that I want to read is Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I think that's how you say that. This one I actually bought a while ago, but I just have not read it yet. But I've heard that this author's murder mystery books are really good. But basically this book is about a mother whose daughter goes missing, and she starts seeing this man who has a daughter, and his youngest daughter looks like this woman's missing child, so to say. It sounds like it's gonna be so good. It sounds like it's gonna be suspenseful. It sounds like it's gonna be interesting. Like, I feel like this book is gonna keep me on my toes. I should also note that I'm not reading these in any specific order. These are just the books that I picked. The next book that I wanna read, I don't know if it technically falls into romance, but I guess it kinda does. I'm finally, after so many comments, I'm gonna read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I have had this book on my bookshelf for so so long, but I just haven't gotten around to reading it yet. But I've heard nothing but amazing things about this book, and I feel like it's just time to read it. I feel like it's gonna be so good. It kind of gives me vibes of like Great Gatsby, at least on the cover. I don't know why. The next book I'm gonna read is actually within a series. So I'm gonna show you the 2 books that are in the series that I have. I'm gonna read Addicted to You and Ricochet. This is a romance book. It's like a friends to lovers. I am very excited to read these because I've seen nothing but amazing things about this series. I've heard about it from Sarah Kroll that it's good. I've heard about it from Steph Brothers that it's good. Like, oh, I'm just so excited to read these. And I love romance books. Plus, they're like really short, so I feel like I'm gonna fly through these. Obviously, it is a bit more mature. They do have sex scenes in it, so it might not be for everybody, but I like the spice scenes. So, the next book that I want to read is actually Legacy by Elle Kennedy. This is the, I guess, like last book in the off-campus series, so to say. I have heard very mixed things about this one. I've heard people say that it kind of ruined the whole series in general. I've heard people say that it was good. I've heard people say that it kind of just wasn't needed. But I did get it, and I do want to read it because I want to see where the 4 couples end up. On the trend of Elle Kennedy, the last 2 books that I want to read are actually also by her. They're in the Briar U series, which is the off-campus spin-off series. I've read the first 2 books so far. They're so good. I definitely recommend them. It's especially if you love off-campus and you're really missing, like, you know, the off-campus universe. I definitely recommend getting the Briar U books because it's pretty much like stepping back into off-campus but with different characters, but you still do see some of the original characters in these books. So the last 2 that I'm gonna read is The Dare and The Play. I am beyond excited to read these, although my favorite one so far has been The Chase or The Risk. I can't remember which one it is. Yeah, these are the last 2 books in the off-campus series, or like the Briar U series, that are to be read. And then after that, I will have all of the off-campus series and all of the Briar U series finished and completed, which is crazy. Obviously, like I said, this list is due to change. There are a couple books that I have not showed you guys that I do want to read this month, but I'm gonna leave those for like a surprise, for like a vlog or something. Anyways, if you guys are reading any of these books this month, let me know, and maybe we can even buddy read them together or something. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on my next one.
I used to take myself out on dates, open my own damn doors, pay for everything on my plate. Sometimes I'd even get the steak, cause I got it like that. Always had my own bag, never needed no man to rely on. Got 2 good shoulders to cry on.